Anthony Harwig here with a YSN Ursuline softball player profile. I'm joined by senior Maris Barbato. Maris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Man, senior season, what's it like to kind of take it in and realize that like this time is really winding down and you only have a handful of games left at Ursuline?
It's really really crazy to think about. It just seems like yesterday I was a freshman at Ursuline, walking in and everything, playing softball, meeting Cronen and everything. It's crazy. Time flies by really fast.
With everything that happened last year and you saw the 2020 seniors kind of lose their season, how special does this season mean to you, knowing that you do get to have your senior season and it isn't taken away by the pandemic?
This season means so much to me right now. I'm so glad I'm able to play. I feel bad for our senior last year. She was our only senior. She didn't get to play her last year, and I'm taking advantage of this, giving my 110% in each game because you don't know when it's going to be your last. So
And now with 4 years under your belt, you kind of get to look back and think about all your fond memories with this program. What are some of your favorite memories with Ursuline softball and your time there?
my favorite memory is definitely beating Mooney sophomore and literally yesterday. And the bus ride home with my team after winning a very close game or a really good game is like the best feeling. I love spending time with my teammates. They're like my sisters. And I like spending time with the coaches. We have great staff and coaches, and I'm glad to be there with all of them.
What is the biggest difference between freshman Maris and now senior Maris that you're walking into your senior season?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Um, I my freshman year, I was really nervous. My confidence has rose, I guess, since freshman year. So
You had the opportunity to play travel ball in the summer when, even though we lost high school season, you still got to get on the field. When you get those reps, and now that you come into the high school season, how much do you think those reps in the summer helped you kind of stay sharp coming into this senior season?
it really helped me stay sharp because losing a year, my junior year, like, and not being able to do anything, not being able to practice, it was hard. And then coming into summer ball, we practiced. It's different. It was really different because of social distancing. It's really hard. So, but we made it work, and we were able to my travel ball team, we were able to bond and everything, even when social distancing and all that. And coming into high school, it really has extremely helped.
You know, I came to a couple of your tournaments with the USSSA Pride Scarlet team. And even though there were social distancing protocols and everything, man, did it just have a sense of normalcy back in everyone's life. Did that give you kind of a final sense of normalcy in the summer after months and months of, social distancing and COVID and quarantine and things like that?
Yeah, like just being able to play, like it felt so different from like not being able to play in high school. It just didn't feel right. But then going and playing travel ball, it felt so much better to be back.
Now, this season, your team is off to an amazing start. You guys look absolutely focused in. What has been locked in and what has been working so well for Ursuline this year?
Um, Definitely, we've been practicing every day. We bond with each other. We do a lot of things with each other to help us get to where we need to be. Um, Coach Cronen has pushed us really well to become better players and better teammates. Like I said, like our staff is really amazing. I appreciate every single one of them for pushing us to be the greatest.
There are more games in softball than any other sport in high school. 27 softball games is the max. And it's easy for a team to kind of lose focus every now and then. But you guys, every time you're out on the field, seem super locked in. Does losing last year kind of factor into that you're taking every game, not taking anything for granted in every game like it could be your last? Because, crazy COVID season, it very well could be.
Yes. Every game we play, we're very focused, very dedicated. We want to beat every team we go against. We have that mentality. And just being able to play with my teammates and we have each other's backs really brings up our confidence. I think that's what helps us win is
Talk about
confidence
this.
and being there for each other.
Talk about this lineup. I mean, it's like death row going through the Ursuline lineup. What's it like being a part of an offense where 1 through 9 is dangerous and you can't really pitch around you or anybody else, and you step up to the plate knowing that this pitcher has to be aggressive to you because it does not get any easier in the people that are behind you.
Yes. So our lineup is amazing. 1 through 9 is amazing. We pick each other up. If somebody strikes out, the next person picks that girl up. 1 through 9 always hits. We just have amazing bats. I mean, I love my team and I'm glad we're all there to back each other up.
And then I don't think your pitching gets enough credit because your offense is so explosive. You're sitting there at shortstop. You get to watch both your pitchers work. What's it like playing defense behind Emily and Paige and watching them kind of do their thing?
I always got their backs, like they're amazing pitchers and they really trust, our infield and outfield, which is amazing chemistry because she's able to pitch anywhere and she knows we have her back no matter what.
And in case Ursuline fans have been living under a rock, you are signed to go play at the next level at Toledo. I think people have been excited about that ever since you committed. Talk about your recruitment process and what are some of the things that made you choose Toledo and made you fall in love with that program and want to go to that school next year?
All right. So basically, they did come watch one of my games, and I was able to reach out, and they were able to reach back to. The coach is amazing. The softball IQ there is amazing too. All the softball players, staff, everything, they're like amazing. And I knew that was like what I wanted and what I wanted to be around. So
how excited are you for that experience and to be able to get to Toledo next year and to be able to call yourself a collegiate athlete?
I'm really excited. I'm really grateful. I have that my teammates support me. My parents are there. My mom is one of my biggest supporters. And my coaches, my hitting coach, my travel ball coaches, they all got me to where I need to be. And I'm really grateful for them. So
we all see your team on the field and how good they are on the field. But talk about this team's personality and off the field and what it's kind of like to be on this team and what some of the personalities are like with things that we don't get to see off the field.
We are a really like crazy, wild team. We all like just the chemistry like clicks. Like we're all happy. We all hang out with each other outside of softball, outside of school. Like I think we're a pretty fun team.
Everyone likes to talk about the changes in the sport with COVID-19, but school has changed quite a bit too. So how have you been handling the changes in your studies and the things that you have to adjust with school, not just with softball?
So at school, our desks are farther apart. I can't go into groups with people. At lunch, it's difficult. So like softball, we have to like basically sit by ourselves almost. So, I can't sit with my friends. I can't really get close to people. Just like with the football team, they had to sit in like a corner in the classroom or they had to sit by themselves at lunch. It's really difficult. It's hard.
With all that being said, though, does that make softball that much more special because it's kind of where you guys get to go and be with each other and all that, regulations and not being able to see anybody kind of goes away and you get to just focus on something that's, like we said earlier, normal?
Yeah, no. I'm glad that all of us can be in the same dugout. We can all be with each other, bond still. It's amazing and I'm glad we got to play this year. So
Talk about Coach Cronen and what it's like being under him and what kind of things he's done for you as not just a player, but as a person.
He's one of the greatest coaches ever. I'm thankful to have him as one of my coaches. He has pushed me since like probably 7th grade year. I'd come and fill in for his, his team in the summer. um, he has got me where I need to be today. And I appreciate him a lot for that. And he does a lot for our team also. He buys us equipment, brings us the snacks and everything. He's a really good coach, and I appreciate him a lot.
Tell us some stuff about Coach Fernand that maybe a lot of people don't know that we see him on the third base line and in the field, but what are some things that the team gets to know about him that maybe not a lot of other people get to know about him?
He does look really serious on third base when he really, outside of it, he likes to joke around a lot. He does. He's actually pretty funny. He tells us jokes once in a while, but he's a really good person, really funny, and we all like him.
And you guys get to play on YSU's field, the college atmosphere, you get the college field. What's that like for you? I gotta imagine it's like the best thing in the world for you guys to have a home game and kind of get to look at the atmosphere and play on that field.
I love playing on the YSU field. It's so different. Like I hate going to other schools and playing because YSU is just our field. Like I feel like that's our home. Like I love playing there, and just going and traveling. I'm like, come on, like couldn't play at our field.
Um, what uh, what about your support system and the people that have been there for you through over the years? Talk about them, how much they mean to you, and how much they've meant to your journey.
My mom and dad are my biggest supporters, and this year my sister was able to play with me this year. She's one of my biggest supporters too. Her name is Liza, and you know, my batting coach Ron Dennison is one of my biggest supporters. When he knows like I'm struggling with hitting, he'll get me in and we'll hit for about an hour. My coaches, Coach Barb, Coach Red, Coach Christina, Coach Nikki, Coach Cronen, they're all amazing, and they got me and the team to where we need to be today. Um, yeah, and my travel ball coaches, Dan Zolik, Bill Shealy, they're both amazing coaches, and they push me to the limit, and I give them all my 110%. So
And it's a perfect segue because I was going to ask about your sister on the team next and what that dynamic's like and how special it is to kind of share the field with her in your senior season.
it's amazing. I'm so glad I got to play with her this year since I couldn't play with her last year. Um, it's she makes me laugh. We both like joke around a lot. And she's one of my biggest supporters on the team. Like I said, I love her to death. She's like the best sister ever. I'm glad she's like able to play with me my last year. So
And how awesome is it that she's usually in the 9 hole and then you usually in the leadoff spot? So Barbato to Barbato, here we go. 1 and 2.
I love it so much. When she gets on base, I get so like hype. Like I start jumping up and down for her because it's just crazy. Like to have her on my team, it's awesome.
All right. The Ursuline school system, what is it about that it makes it so special to you and makes you proud to wear Ursuline across the chest and represent the Irish?
I like being a part of Ursuline. I do really like the school, the atmosphere there. It's really like family like. Everybody treats you like family. All teachers, all coaches, all the staff, they're amazing people. And I'm glad to be a part of like a family.
Softball is a lot mentally. It's a mental sport. I'm sure you're working hard with all your mental work. But what kind of things do you do when maybe you just need a little bit of a break from softball? It's a little bit too much. You just need, maybe an hour or two just to turn your brain off. What kind of things do you like to do?
When I get off of practice, I do some homework and then I go straight to bed. I'm very exhausted. I live like 30 minutes from the school, so I wake up super early. Um, go to school for 6 hours. It's hard staying up, but I do it and then go to softball right after, and then I just go straight home, do some homework, eat, and just go to bed.
Do you have any pre-game routines or in-game routines that you feel like if you don't stick to, it's going to throw your whole game off?
I do listen to music before games. It does get me hype. It gets me like in the mood to play. I always got to listen to like a certain song before, playing.
Well, what's that one song that can always get you hyped up no matter what the situation is?
Oh gosh. Uh it's by Beyonce, but
There you go.
but yeah,
Oh,
it
good.
gets me
Beyonce
really
can get
hyped.
you jazzed. It's
Yeah,
all
no,
good.
no, I can't say it. It's like inappropriate, but
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I
but
get
yeah,
it.
no, she always gets me hyped. I love Beyonce, so
What is it about the sport of softball that just makes you love it? You have to have a passion for it to play to the level that you do, and you have to have a passion for it to put the time in that you do. So, what is it about the sport that kind of makes you have that drive?
it's definitely my teammates. I show up for them. I want to be there for them. They show up for me and everybody else on the team. Like I get really excited just going to softball practice just to see them. They like if I have a bad day at school, they're always, there to pick me up. My parents are always there for me, my mom, my dad, they're always there to pick me up and they know how much I love the sport and yeah.
Before we let you go, what were
Mhm.
some of the things that you can give advice to the people in the program that you're going to leave behind that are going through Ursuline softball? What are some advice that you give to the underclassmen as you leave the program?
I would say the best advice I could give is just to stay confident through anything. Like, don't let something bring you down so easily. That ruins the whole mood of the game. It ruins you, it messes you up. I just stay confident through the whole thing. If you strike out, you have your whole team to pick you up. So,
Maris, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to talk to you. It's great to kind of hear from the Ursuline softball. You guys are off to a great start, and we expect great things from you for the rest of the season. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
yes, thank you so much for having me.